Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babagwagede Imo TV. I am yours faithfully, Moonlighting Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. Yoruba presidency not certain Tinubu or Shibajo may not get it. Primate Ayodele. Abakari Buhari told to sack IGP Usman Baba immediately. Coalition react to attack on Northerners in Abia. Says IPOB USN pushing for war. We killed child police officer. It was a threat to Biafra struggle. Suspect confesses. Lagos driver stabs last man officials latest throat. And the sports story, Eagles will need good pitch France to beat Ghana. The news in detail. The leader of INRI, Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele, and Thursday said the Yoruba race may not get the 2023 presidency despite having sellable and credible aspirants. In a statement released by his media aide, Osho Oluwatosin, Primate Ayodele revealed that God has shown him that the presidency may elude the Yorubas due to the spirit of discordance among stakeholders of the race. Primate Ayodele noted that Yorubas don't struggle to get things, but the 2023 presidency will be a different ball game because of the spirit of disunity in the race. He further affirmed that neither Tinubu nor Vice President Yemi or Shibajo will get it if the race isn't united. According to Ayodele, Yoruba should shun quarrel, otherwise presidency will elude the Yoruba race. The Lord has told me that Yoruba presidency is under threat. It will elude them except they immediately work against it. They need to come together so they can get something. Yoruba presidency is shaken, and that's what I see. Tinubu or Shibajo may not get the presidency if they don't appease the forefathers of Yoruba. If this is beyond consultation of humans, they need serious course directive, otherwise Yorubas will lose presidency. And to the next story concerning the embattled Abakari, a popular social media activist and former presidential aide, Reno Omokri, has berated President Buhari for his failure to sack the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba. According to him, the IGP should have been dismissed after the suspended corps. Abakari was cited at his Usman's son's wedding 2 weeks ago. Recall that the suspended former head of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team graced the wedding Fatia of Maina Alkali, the son of Alkali Baba. It was the first time Kari was seen in a public function since the outrage that greeted his Facebook post on August 4th, 2021, amid his controversial involvement with alleged internet fraudster Hush Puppy. As Nigerians were yet to come to terms with issues of his link with Hush Puppy, the former super cop is currently in detention for his alleged links with a powerful drug cartel. Recall that former Inspector General of Police Tafa Balogun was arrested by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) in Lagos, despite resigning suddenly amid allegations of corruption during the administration of President Olusegun Obasanjo. Omokri believes that his outlaws fund wanting in public offices should be treated, calling on Buhari to take a decisive action. Sharing a picture of Tafawa Balogun in handcuffs, he added, "This is Obasanjo's IGP in handcuffs that is out to fight corruption, not hosting a non-criminal call at your IGP's home." Exactly 2 weeks to the day he was declared wanted by the NDLEA, Abakari was a guest of the IGP at his son's wedding. A man that was meant to be under suspension. It is not only Abakari that should be answering questions. The IGP has serious questions to answer. To another interesting story rocking the national news. Following the recent attack on Northerners living in Abia State, the coalition of Northern groups CNJ has called on the Abia State and the federal government to quickly arrest those responsible for the attack and expose their supporters within 2 weeks. The CNG observed that the attack was another attempt by the Southeast to cause greater conflict in the country. The CNG, in a statement issued by its spokesman, Abdul Aziz Suleiman, enjoined the Abia State government to act quickly. He said that North will no longer tolerate unwanted or warranted attacks on its people living as minorities in the Southeast or any other part of the country. The CNG said it had carefully studied the unfolding event with considerable restraint and maturity, explaining that it has on many occasions condoned and accommodated what it called several unreasonable and unacceptable actions that have been perpetrated against Northerners in the Southeast in particular. According to the statement, the recent attack in Abia has taken matters to a point whereby license has become complicity and inaction is no longer an option in the face of unprovoked evictions, attacks, and killings of northerners in various parts of the southeast. The CNJ said it demands an immediate and comprehensive assessment of casualties and extent of damage inflicted on the innocent northerners and appropriate compensation made to the victims. Another one, the Delta State Police Command has arrested a 27-year-old suspect, Chukwudi Emereni, for his alleged involvement in the murder of a retired police officer, Chris Batuma, in Imo State. Batuma was murdered at his residence in Oguta, LGA of Imo State on February 1st, 2022. The deceased was a former officer in charge, Legal Unit, Delta State Police Command. During his interrogation, the suspect disclosed that they killed a retired police officer because they saw him as a threat to their Biafra struggle. The State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Ali Mohammed Ali, addressing reporters in Asaba, said the 27-year-old suspect was arrested after operatives acted on intelligence that the suspect and his gang were hiding in Abo, in Ndokwa, East Local Government area of the state. It is disclosed that the suspect is an escapee from Owerri prison and a relative to the late police officer. The suspect, also stated that he is related to the late police officer and that the leader of the gang is called I. Mega Bush. The suspect confessed that the late officer was killed because he was a retired police officer and they saw him as a threat to their Biafra struggle. Ali added that 3 other suspects have since been arrested in connection with the murder. Still on, another casualty from impounding his mini bus in the Ojudu Bega area of Lagos. A commercial driver, Ibrahim Yusuf, has allegedly stabbed and slit the throat of Awutola Victor, an official of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, last month over enforcement of traffic rules. The incident reportedly occurred over the weekend at about 3:30 p.m. The suspect is currently cooling his ears with the police while the official has since been hospitalized. It was granted that on that fateful weekend, Awutola was on his duty post alongside his colleagues when the minibus cooperated with number plate KJA 953YE was impounded over willful obstruction. On noticing the gravity of his offense, Yusuf was said to have disappeared from the scene, only to reappear with a big knife with which he stabbed the official on the head and neck, whilst he escaped afterwards with the aid of the street urchins around the area, but the officials applied professional effort and prevented him from moving the vehicle away. Eyewitnesses' account said Awutola was immediately rescued and rushed to a nearby hospital by his colleagues. It was learned that Yusuf was later apprehended by the chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, and handed over to policemen attached to the Ojudu police station, where he is currently being interrogated. The last month General Manager Bolaji Oreagba on Wednesday frowned at the attack, saying henceforth the state government will no longer tolerate any act of assault with physical attack and attempted murder on any state official. Oreagba, in a statement signed by a last man spokesperson, Olumide Filade, said those found culpable will be made to face the full wrath of the law by the state governments. According to him, assault on government officials while carrying out their lawful duties is becoming too rampant, and the government is ready to put a stop to this true, diligent prosecution of such persons, no matter how highly placed in the society. So another interesting story, which is the last story coming from the sport angle. Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa and his vice captain William Truce Ekong has urged the Nigeria Football Federation to ensure the fans come in their numbers, as well as provide a good pitch for their crucial Qatar 2022 World Cup qualifying playoff versus Ghana in Abuja. Nigeria, who have featured in 6 of the past 7 World Cups, slug it out with the Black Stars in Cape Coast on March 24th before both teams tangle again at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, 3 days later. At a virtual meeting with the Sport Minister Sunday Dari and chieftains of the Nigeria Football Federation on Tuesday night, Musa said the World Cup is the biggest football tournament in the world, and every player wants to feature there. A number of the players in the team now have not been there, and a few of those that have been there want to experience it again. Truce Ekong added that the players were aware of the big task ahead and called on the government to ensure that the Abuja Stadium's pitch was in pristine condition for the return leg encounter against the Black Stars. who love the pitch of the stadium in Garua and it helps us play some good football. We would be delighted if the Abuja Stadium is in similar condition for the second leg, Truth Ekong said. Among the players present alongside Musa and Truth Ekong were Victor Usman, Abdullahi Shehu, Sadiq Umar, Jamilu Collins, Frank Onyeka, Semi Ajayi, Kelechi Nwakali, Wilfred Ndidi, Zaidu Senusi, Joe Aribo, Ogenekaro Etebo, Daniel Akweyi, Peter Olayinka, Taiwo Awoniyi, Moses Simon, Kelechi Iheanacho, Alex Iwobi, Samuel Chukwueze, Samuel Kalu, and Henry Onyekuru. In his remarks, Barry lauded the players for their effort at the AFCON and expressed belief that lessons learned from the defeated Tunisia in the round of 16 would help them overcome the Ghanaians. That was the national news from BGI TV. But before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. Yoruba presidency not certain. Tinubu or Shubajo may not get it. Primate Ayodele. Abakari, Buhari told to sack IGP Usman Baba immediately. We also brought to you coalitions react to attack on northerners in Abia, says IPOB ESN pushing for war. We did it wrong with police officer. It was a threat to Biafra struggle, suspect confesses. Lagos driver did a worst thing to last man officials as he take his own act with action on the officer. And lastly, sports story, we need good pitch fans to beat Ghana. On our YouTube channel, the handle is Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for you to click on it and to enjoy more of our broadcasts. And on Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page on Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placements of your goods and services, coverage of events and function, the phone number streaming on your screen is the number to dial. Thank you for watching. I am Moriri Rebila Lawal. Good afternoon.